All right, we are connected. Let me just make sure all my settings are correct. So we are recording and streaming. Looks to be good. All right, I will wait a moment to see if anyone is able to hop on the live. And as always, our practice will be available for replay if you are not available for the live practice, which is nice because you can always revisit it and practice again at your own convenience. So if you are joining live, thank you for being here. And if you're tuning into the replay, thank you for watching. All right. So wherever you are, go ahead and just take a few moments to get comfortable. If you are seated, it can be helpful to have the feet planted and sitting down evenly and firmly through the sits bones. Having the spine supported either against a chair, a couch, wherever you're seated, or allowing your postural muscles to support you. And if you prefer to lie down, also taking that time to get comfortable, making sure that the body feels level and supported. And making those adjustments anytime that you need to feel more comfortable. And remembering that when we take this time to prepare mindfully and with intention, it allows us to reap the full benefits of the practice. And knowing that the preparation of the practice is equally as important as the practice itself. You may have heard me say that before, but I think it's really important to remember. So as you are getting comfortable, if it feels safe to do so, you can close your eyes or just soften your gaze. And we'll begin our practice by simply activating all of our senses without pushing anything away. Just mindfully aware of your surroundings and all that you can be aware of, without labeling or judging anything. Just noticing all that you can hear. And even if the eyes are closed, what can you see? Is there anything that you can smell or taste? And aware of all that you can feel. Then becoming aware of your internal environment. Aware of any physical sensation. Maybe that's simply feeling your feet, your body resting on the chair or the floor. Feeling the weight of your body. And also mindfully aware of any thoughts or feelings. Always letting go of judgment or expectation. And simply allowing any thoughts to float by. Just like a cloud in the sky. Or a leaf floating downstream. And sometimes certain thoughts can hook our attention, or the mind may be busy. And just know that that's okay. The goal of meditation is not to stop all thoughts. It's to reshape our relationship to these thoughts, to become an observer, and to simply notice them. And then over time, the space between these thoughts will lengthen, and they may even stop, even for a brief moment. And tuning in even deeper, becoming aware of the breath, noticing the gentle rise and fall of the inhale and exhale. Notice the rhythm, the pace, and characteristics of your breath. And then see if it's possible to gently deepen and expand the breath, taking in a little more air as you breathe in, and slowing down the exhalation. Allowing yourself to settle into a smooth and steady rhythm of breathing. And then use this awareness of breath as an anchor to help you stay focused and centered, grounded into the here and now. And one way that we can sharpen our meditation skills is to practice concentration. And for today's practice, we'll be going through a counting meditation. And it's very simple, just like the name suggests, we'll be mentally counting. And there is no right or wrong way to count. I can share with you the way I was taught, and which I prefer, is to count backwards from 108. So for example, breathing in, I would mentally repeat 108, breathing out 107, breathing in 106, breathing out again 105, and so on. So every breath in and every breath out, mentally counting down from 108. You could also count the whole cycle of breath. So for example, breathing in 108, breathing out 108, breathing in 107, breathing out 107. And the goal is not necessarily to get all the way to 1. The goal is to train the mind to stay focused and concentrated on counting. And it is completely normal for the mind to get distracted and to lose count. So remembering to be gentle with yourself, and when that happens, just simply start over at 108. And if today is a day where you're experiencing a lot of racing thoughts and finding it hard, just do your very best to stay gentle with yourself. And to know that it's called a practice for a reason. And just like building muscle, it takes time, practice, and patience to sharpen these skills. So don't worry about how far down you can count. Just focus on the practice itself and do the very best you can. And now release the focus on counting and gradually begin to expand your awareness. If you have the eyes closed, maybe blink them open, wiggle the toes and fingers. Notice how you feel. And I hope that this simple practice was helpful for you in some way. And I'm happy to provide a simple but accessible concentration practice for you. And I always appreciate feedback of the practice. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you have questions about it, or any suggestions or things that you would like to practice or learn, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message, and I'd be happy to chat with you or answer any questions that you have. And this is something that you can practice anytime. And maybe even setting a timer for 1 to 3 minutes and just staying really curious and open-minded about how far you can count, whether you're counting up or counting backwards, counting one breath at a time or the full cycle of breath. Again, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. And just allowing yourself to stay really gentle and curious and open-minded and really patient with yourself. But thank you for joining and or watching the replay. I will see you next month for our virtual meditation. I believe it is, actually, I don't know. It's the first Monday of November. And yeah, if you have any specific practice that you're interested in trying that you haven't before, let me know. All right, November 7th, I just checked on the calendar. That will be our next meeting for our live meditation. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy October. Can't believe we are this far into the year. It's crazy. All right, well, thank you again, and I look forward to our November practice. Bye-bye.